McDonald's employees? Who was the weirdest customer you had to deal with? I worked at McDonald's for about 4 years, mostly as a crew member, but also stepping in as a shift supervisor from time to time. Over the years, I saw all sorts of customers, the good, the bad, the annoying, but there was one who still sticks with me as the weirdest person I ever had to deal with. It was a slow weekday afternoon, so the restaurant was pretty quiet. The lunch rush had died down, and the evening crowd hadn't started showing up yet. Just as I was about to take a quick break, a man walked in. He looked a bit disheveled, not dirty or dangerous, just off. There was something about the way he moved and talked that immediately set off a few alarms for me and the other staff. He walked up to the counter and, without even looking at the menu, said he wanted a special meal. When I asked what that meant, he started rambling about secret recipes and hidden menus. I told him I could help him pick something from our regular menu, but he shook his head and said that wouldn't do. Apparently, he wanted a very specific combination of ingredients that he insisted wasn't listed anywhere but was available if you knew the right people. At first, we thought he might be joking or just messing around, so I asked him to clarify. That's when things took a weird turn. He started whispering like he was sharing a conspiracy theory, saying the restaurant had a black market menu where you could order items not meant for the public. He claimed these secret meals were crafted by the original cooks, and that he'd been coming there for years to try them out. A few of the other crew members gathered around, curious but also a little uneasy. I told him I'd check with the kitchen to see if they could make whatever he wanted, thinking it was just a prank. He rattled off some bizarre orders: a burger with no bun, but extra pickles and mustard, fries cooked twice with an energy sauce, and a drink mixed from different sodas to activate the flavor matrix. I went to the kitchen and explained the special meal request. The cooks laughed and said there was no secret menu, but they were willing to make a custom burger if it made the customer happy. I told the guy that we could make a burger with extra pickles and mustard and fries without salt, but the energy sauce and flavor matrix were out of the question. When I came back, he wasn't satisfied. He started pacing back and forth, muttering about how the magic wasn't there anymore, and that the corporate overlords were ruining the place. The other customers were giving him strange looks now, and one kid pointed at him and whispered something to his mom. He suddenly pulled out a little notebook from his jacket pocket and flipped through the pages, reading aloud strange phrases like "unlock the secret taste," "the forbidden combo," and "flavor unlock protocol." He acted like he was on a mission, like our McDonald's was some secret laboratory, and he was a secret agent uncovering classified info. At one point, he stopped in the middle of the dining area and shouted, "You can't keep the truth hidden. The special meals are real. They're hiding the real menu from you all." A few people stared, and I could feel the tension rising. The manager on shift came over and gently asked him to keep it down and either order something or leave. The man looked at the manager, smiled oddly, and said, "I'm just a messenger. When the time comes, the secret menu will rise again." He sat down at a table and refused to eat anything unless it was the special meal. Eventually, he pulled out some of his own food from a bag, clearly not from McDonald's, and started eating that while talking to himself about keeping the legacy alive. We called the police after a while because his behavior was unsettling the other customers, and he didn't seem to want to leave. When the officers arrived, he told them he was on a quest to save the secret menu and that the fast food conspiracy was real. They escorted him out without incident, but I could see in his eyes he was convinced of his mission. After he left, the staff went back to work but kept whispering about the secret menu guy. Some joked that he was a McDonald's urban legend come to life. Others just shook their heads, glad the strange visit was over. We never saw him again, but every so often, someone would joke about ordering the energy sauce or unlocking the flavor matrix. It became a funny story we shared with new hires, a reminder that working at McDonald's means you'll meet people you won't forget. That guy was definitely the weirdest customer I ever dealt with. Not because he was rude or violent, but because he turned a simple trip to McDonald's into a surreal experience that none of us saw coming,